Good evening. Today we would be discussing about a feature to change the anchor in a graph view. This is applicable for the product Customer 360 Insights, the version 2022-1. The agenda would be a summary, the solution on how to accomplish a demo, a couple of scenarios and its outcomes. In any business requirements, if the organization name or an organization has to be the anchor of an EID, graph view would still favor person or person name BO over organization or organization name BO. This is due to the implementation of the out-of-the-box C360i, that is Customer 360 Insights, where the parties of the type person is considered as a priority or a preference over the organization. To overcome this default behavior and to set the organization as the anchor, a user can follow the below. They would have to add a property allsite.graphUI anchor view preference is equivalent to org, which denotes organization, to a file named client override allsite config.properties. This would be available in the RTS and in HDFS, and the locations of these is as seen here. This would change for every implementation, and this Tomcat location and HDFS home path the user has to apply in however their instance is. These changes that we are trying to add, this must be done on the files that is available in both RTS and in HDFS. Once this is complete, the user must restart the RTS Tomcat to observe the changes. We would go into a demo and then we would come back to the scenarios and outcomes. This is the graph view of the customer, which would have both person and organization. Though there is an organization, and if this business requirement requires us to have this anchor to be the organization, out of the box, since person takes the preference, this would be the anchor. Now to change this, we would have to add that parameter. So this is the instance, the path that is mentioned, and you can open this file, edit this file to add the property that is needed. You can save this file. The same you have to do on the HDFS. This is the path. The HDFS, I am trying to download it from the HDFS path, and I will be editing the same in here. Once the change is done, we can ship it back to HDFS. Both RTS and HDFS locations, the file client override all site config properties is now added with that property. Now you will have to clear the logs and then restart the Tomcat. Now for this effect to be changed, we will start the Tomcat. Once the Tomcat is up, we can log into the UI and then verify the changes. After re-logging in, you can search for the same record and verify the customer graph. You can now notice that the anchor of this particular party, even though when there is a person or a person name, now the preference is given to the organization and the organization name. You can verify by clicking on the persons, you can click on the organization, and you can get the additional details here. And for every role, every detail, you can click on their person names and you can validate the same. Now going back to the solutions. Now there are a couple of scenarios here where you would know in the business object if these business objects are present in your data and in the configuration of this particular parameter that we just added, if the value is provided as person or org, or if no configuration is provided by default, person is taken, and what is the expected values which either person or an organization would be the anchor. Thank you.